Imagine waking up beneath a yellow sky. The air burns your lungs, the ground melts metal, and acid rain hisses from the heavens. You're not in a nightmare. You're on Venus, the planet that eats machines alive. But what if you could survive here for 100 days? Welcome to the What If Files, where we decode the impossible. Join the mission and subscribe to access the next transmission. Let's begin the simulation. Venus is often called Earth's twin, similar in size, gravity, and structure. But that's where the resemblance ends. Its surface temperature, over 460 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. The pressure, 90 times stronger than Earth's atmosphere, the equivalent of standing nearly a kilometer underwater. And the sky, a suffocating soup of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid clouds. To survive a single minute here, you'd need a fortress of technology, a reinforced habitat capable of withstanding crushing force and searing heat. But somehow you've made it. Day 1. Outside your base, lightning flashes across endless orange clouds. The sun is just a faint glow through the haze, and every breath you take comes from recycled air. You're living in a world that hates life itself. By day 10, your solar panels have failed. The sunlight here is filtered, weak, poisoned by the clouds. You switch to nuclear power just to keep the cooling systems alive. Without them, the airlocks would warp, and your shelter would melt from within. By day 30, your machines begin to corrode. Even titanium succumbs to the sulfuric mist. Outside, the ground quakes as volcanic plains shift and breathe, for Venus is alive with ancient fire. By day 50, isolation becomes your worst enemy. The planet's thick atmosphere bends sound. You hear whispers in the static, echoes of storms 1,000 kilometers away. Venus feels sentient, like it's watching you. By day 80, the storm winds intensify, ripping across the highlands at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Your outpost trembles, and for the first time, your sensors detect small breaches, acid seeping through the outer seals. You patch, you reinforce, you pray, and on day 100, the mission ends. The final transmission is sent, a message from the last human to ever walk the surface of Venus. When rescue finally arrives weeks later, they find your habitat partially buried, half melted, a silent monument on the planet that no life should ever endure. Venus remains the graveyard of explorers, a world that reminds us just how fragile we truly are. Sound fades into soft static. A heartbeat monitor slowly flatlines. File complete. Subscribe to access the next transmission. Until the next What If.